Hello everyone. It's been such a long time since I've put a video up. I mean, at least it feels like it's been such a long time. And I'd just like to say on my last video, thank you so much for all those people that wished our family member well. Unfortunately, my father passed away and it's been a very sad time. I'm so thankful that I have crafting, because to me that is like a therapy in itself. It's somewhere you can go and do your own thing and get lost in your own thoughts for a while, away from everything else. So it has been such a pleasure to be able to work on this particular project over the last, little while. He's been sick for a couple of months now in hospital, and so there's been a lot of travelling around involved and, helping my mother, of course. But yes, he's gone. So this is what I've been working on. This is the Sew for the Soul book that Anne Brooke has been doing. And I'll put a link to Anne's channel in the description box below. And this is page 2 and 3. Some of you may have remembered that is page 1 and 2. There. Sorry, this is page 3 and 4. And this time around we are working on X's. We're still doing straight stitches, but the theme was X marks the spot. We were to do a pocket, we were to do some X's, and we were to make use of buttons in this particular spread, and also make a tag. So I hope you can see that all right. I'll put it down. This is my pocket here. I've used a lovely blue linen that Gail sent me. Thank you, Gail. I've done lots of little straight stitches all the way around it. And I've also done my X with some fabric from a pillowcase. It was quite fine, so I folded the fabric over, so this side here is folded and I've left the rough edge showing on this side, and I've just embroidered that on with a straight stitch as well. I only folded the top of the pocket over, the rest is left raw, and I've sewn that to the page using this little French knot. Inside the pocket I made a tag, and I've made it out of this fabric here, which is actually a sample fabric from a fabric upholstery book, and it's quite thick, and where it was joined to the book they have a paper backing, so I used that part so it gave it some sort of sturdiness. And then over the top I have put some, it's like, here it is, it's a sheer curtain fabric, and then I've done lots of different size straight stitching and then just put little French knots in the center of those flowers. I've used a doily piece here that has a pink center, and pink is the color I have chosen to incorporate on every page in my book. And then just a little embroidered flower, and that particular one, and you'll see it over here as well, was from Rena van der Veen. Thank you, Rena. On the back I've put another piece of the sheer fabric. I was just going to leave all the stitches showing, but when I did the French knots it became a little bit too messy, so I've just put a straight stitch across the top there, and that is the back of my tag. On this page here I've gone around the pattern on the fabric with a straight stitch and all around the edge of the page. I've done some cross stitching going up on this wide, it's like a wide ticking fabric, and I've also done some stitching there as well. Some larger X's hold these little tabs all down the center, and I have some straight stitching holding those on. I did not use mother of pearl buttons on this spread. I decided to use some vintage plastic buttons because I have a lot and I rarely use the plastic ones, and they're pretty in their own right, and I thought with the floral theme going on here that might be very nice to do. On this side I've done lots of little crosses in a grey thread, but then every so often I've just done a light pink one as well, and I've put a half doily on this side of the page. I've used this lovely little button here, and that was from Rena as well, along with the embroidered flowers, and then some more little vintage buttons going down there. And that, I think I've mentioned everything. That is my page 3 and 4, or page 2 I think she's calling it. So that one is page 1, and that is page 2, and there is my tag that goes in my pocket. Oh, I put a couple of mother of pearl buttons there. I did use a couple. Yes, little mother of pearl buttons on there in those flowers. So that is my page spread for that one. I have been doing other things as well. What was I making? I saw a little something on Instagram it was from Lacey. Oh, I'll put the name on the screen. I've forgotten the new name of her channel. And she was showing some ephemera pockets she made, and I thought I'd like to make some, but I got distracted and ended up making something a little bit different. But I was inspired by Lacey. And so what I've done is I have used my cereal, you know, the inserts for the breakfast cereal. I've used that once again because I like to try and use them when I can. And I've just made these little pockets. Inside this one I've just got a little notepad that I've made just out of scraps of paper and a little, I think it's Tsunami Rose floral piece there. And with these, before I stitch them up either side, I just stitch some book paper, some fabric, and a piece of tulle over the top with a little embellishment. And that just, the embellishment makes it heavy enough to stay closed. And so I thought they would be nice for journals. So I made a number of those actually. Made that one. These two have index cards inside. I cut the index cards down to fit them, and then put this little file folder edge on them like that. So there's two. You could keep them, and well, they're not that big. You could make little folders if you wanted to, but I've just got two little index cards in those ones. So those ones are similar. And then I've also got these two here. Once again, they're just keeping that the weight so that it stays shut. And in here I've just got, what have I got? Oh, in here I have got just a long piece of a paper like that, and that's just the offcuts stuck together to make some note paper. So that's what goes in. I think I folded that wrong, didn't I? How's that supposed to go? I will work that out. I don't know how it's supposed to go now. Oh, that looks about right. Okay. So I was making those as well, and I've been working on a journal for Crafty May Shop, using up all my little snips that are left over. This lovely fabric is from Crafty Me Shop also. So that's what that looks like so far. So that might be my next video to show that. This was something I've been working on and just popping in when I've just felt the need to get away from everything and doing a little bit more stitching. So this is all hand stitched, this one, and I just love how pretty that is. So that's been really enjoyable to work on. And this this one. I had a day at home. I had one day at home this week, and this is what I was working on. So this was wonderful. So if you're interested, I'll put the link to I'll put the link to her video where she's, for this particular page, for the second page. And then you can see her other videos from there if you're interested in taking part. And it's an ongoing project. Like, there are more pages, and I'll probably have to add a couple more at the end as well. The pages will all be joined together at the end. And so far I am managing quite all right to sew with it being in the book. I did say if I found that too difficult that I would just remove the page from here and stitch it. But so far so good. I haven't had any problem stitching with it being joined in the book. So there we go. I hope you're all taking care. I hope things are starting to open up more in your areas now and things are settling down. They are here. Not that I have had the chance to go shopping and things like that as yet, but I do notice there's a lot more traffic on the roads now. And so, before I go, I want to just open I think it's a card I received it last week, but life has just been all over the place at the moment. And this is from Soleil. Soleil has a channel. It's called Enchanted by Soleil, I think it is. And this was totally unexpected. I don't know. It's a thank you card. Oh, how lovely. And she's made that out of wrapping paper, that envelope, by the look of it. It's the inside. That's inside. Isn't that nice? What a good idea that is. And isn't that pretty? Look. She's made that. That's out of separate pieces of paper. And this lovely butterfly on the front there. Very cheerful. And because she had a challenge a while ago. Dear Jeanette, hi, how are you? I hope all is well and that you and your family are healthy and safe. We are so blessed to be living in Australia, and yes, Soleil, we really are. They have looked after us here, I think, and especially in Queensland, and I know not everyone around Australia will agree with that, but, you know, we're pretty happy here. Your creations are always so dreamy and beautiful. It's mesmerizing and so inspiring. One day I would love to create something like you do. Oh. In the meantime, I'm going to keep admiring your beautiful folder. It's in her drawer that I sent for her challenge, where I keep things to look at. Your beautiful clip lies on one of the pages in my contacts notebook. I've used many of the ephemera you've sent me. I thank you so very much, Jeanette. Best wishes, Soleil, Enchanted by Craft. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much, Soleil. That's lovely. And this is a really touching to send a thank you. I mean, it's absolutely not necessary in any way. Look at these beautiful images. Oh, they're lovely. Aren't they beautiful? And they're so vibrant. And there's no backs on them. Look, they're like out of, they've got that finish like they're out of a book. Oh, they're so lovely. Thank you very much for that. Oh, they're beautiful. And these lovely embellishments. Oh, that's so kind of you. And I will put a link to Soleil's channel in the description box below also. These are like little award tags. What are they called? I don't know what they're called. They're lovely. Thank you so much. Oh, look at that one. It's pretty, isn't it? Little bows. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. And she's also sent this lovely lace. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like a crocheted lace. And it's got the pink going through it. Isn't that just lovely? Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. Maybe I can use... Oh, it's so nice. It's like silk thread. It's really beautiful. You can see how all those threads there, that means it's an old lace. I might use a little bit of this in this. The colours go beautifully, don't they? So that's just perfect. Thank you very much, Soleil. And thank you everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you're all keeping very, very well. So take care, everybody. Bye-bye.